What's up, everybody? Paco here, and marriage is awesome. It's also really hard and really confusing at times, but today we're sitting down with Chuck Moore. Chuck has been married for 42 years. He's a marriage coach, and he's gonna give us some expert advice on how to do marriage and do it well. One of the biggest fights that I've seen in my friends that are married, even in my own marriage, is the fight around the money.
Right.
Where did all the money go? Where's all the money going? What are we spending on? What are we not spending on? It is a big, big piece of contention for a lot of couples. Mm-hmm. How do we have this argument or this disagreement the right way?
Yeah, so money is my wife and my biggest weakness. Like the budget, the whole money thing. So early on, we were smart enough, we got good coaching, we knew that we had to have a budget. The worst thing that would happen, and we both laugh about this very day, the worst thing that would happen is at the end of the month, or with 3 days left, we'd say, we have $100 left. Within 10 hours, we both spend that $100. Which would
You'd both spend the same $100.
Spend the same $100, and then would ensue the argument about what were you thinking. So it just initiated the dash to get it spent. What I've learned is there are actually no money problems. It's all about you and all about your needs and wants and who's dominant, who's going to get their way. The problem with money, it's so measurable, it's so quantitative. For all the years that we lived on a budget, at the end of the month, it felt like judgment. It felt like what you valued and what you thought was worthwhile was being denied you. So it led to power struggles. It led to feeling as if you were not understood and being denied. I can remember something as simple as when we started, we had an apartment with a table my wife had rescued from an alleyway, some crates, a waterbed. We're that old. We had a 6 foot by 6 foot waterbed, a canoe, which absolutely a 12-foot blue canoe. Yes, we had to use whatever we had, and so my wife said we need a sofa if we're gonna invite anybody over. So she said, "How much can I pay for a sofa?" And I'm like, I don't know, like $80. So she came back with a $650 sofa, sleeper sofa, and she's like, "We're gonna have it our whole marriage." Well, there was some missed expectations, perhaps some language that we had not engaged in yet, but we did at that point in time about, her idea for design, her idea about buying the best that lasts the longest, and my idea that says, we can just sleep on the floor. Friends that come can just sleep. That's why we have a shag rug. They can sleep right there. So that example for me showed us, which of course we didn't learn right away, it's all about what we value, it's all about who we are, it's all about a family of origin, but if we don't have those conversations, then the money thing just makes it painful. Yeah. And so what we've learned about money is have the conversations, have lots of conversations. We've even had the conversations about growing up, what was valued. In my life, vacations were valued. I will overspend on a vacation every time. My wife didn't have that same background. So she's like, I can't buy a sofa, which we use every day and without which people actually have to lie down on that shag rug, but you want to go here to do this? So who's the crazy one? And the answer is we need to have a lot more conversations about who are we, what do we value, and what do we want to choose in our marriage. So money is just so measurable. It's the sharp point, but the real issue is who are we and are we having the right discussions? Are we willing to love each other enough to figure out how to invest the way we want to? And certainly early on in our marriage, we were just doing what we assumed the other person would value based on our family heritage and who we were. Never had the conversations. So all of our conversations about money ended up being angry and about conflict.
Yeah. So I hear you saying have the conversations about money before you spend the money.
Before you spend the money.
Yeah.
So smart little tips is agree how much money you can spend without a conversation. So it's not like, hey, I know you don't chew gum, can I buy gum? But so for us, it was, $50. Anything over $50, we ought to be having a conversation.
Yeah.
And when we were young and things were really on a budget. So, and you can have conversations about what was spent and how you felt about it, even if you're within the budget, so that you get a sense of what is valued and why, so you can begin to make choices.